Gonna take some extra. Put it in here. Because I don't need all that. What is this, Jim?
This is quinoa.
You're gonna tell them what you did with it? Can't go wrong with butter. This is the, oh, smell that. Smell that, you guys. This is the chicken and sausage and onions that we made in the video a couple of times ago. And I just stuck some in the freezer. So now that's just gonna cook. And I know this is all just a bland color.
When we were preparing for this trip, we wanted to have some quinoa with us. So I took 1 cup of quinoa and I put it in a quart jar. And you know, a cup is, you know, a quarter of this. And we let it soak for a day. And by the time it finished, it was like half full. I mean, it was at least 2 cups worth.
Yeah, because we brought it with us on the trip, so it soaked
for
a couple days.
For 2 days. So we got it thoroughly ready to go. Quinoa very ready to go.
Why did we soak it?
To get rid of the phytates. We told you about phytates, right? And we're really working to make certain that we reduce those because we want the zinc. We need the zinc.
And the iron.
And the iron.
Because phytates bind zinc and iron.
They bind them together. Remember the binding. So we got rid of the binding. We're going to see how this works and see if this starts. After a month or so of this, we'll do the zinc test again, right?
Right.
And see if we actually, I don't want to taste it bad, but I think I need to because I need zinc in my body. Okay.
Yeah.
We're working at getting the zinc to where it's available in our bodies.
We are in Lake Tahoe, and we thought we would just film some of the camping meals that we're making because we're staying in one campground the whole time.
To show that even when you're not at home, you can cook good food.
So,
and that we do that.
Yes. So I cooked the quinoa first, and then I pulled it over to the side.
You got quinoa all over me.
And I added the onions and the peppers and the sausage. And of course, the sausage is a nitrate-free sausage. We're very excited because they have a Whole Foods here. Yay!
Yes.
And Whole Foods doesn't have nitrates.
We're going to need some color with this food.
We're not going to have any color.
Maybe we need to have cookies.
Because now I'm going to add cauliflower
picked from the garden. We showed that, didn't we, or did we?
No, I don't think we did. So I'm going to add...
I did do some footage of cauliflower.
Did you?
Yes.
Oh, and I didn't show that.
Yeah, you need to show that.
Okay.
So we'll show that, where we were picking it from. I'm getting these. There's just a bunch in here.
Look at that one. So now I'm going to add cauliflower. So this is quinoa, cauliflower, because that's what we had. It could have been kale.
Well, yeah,
it's what we had.
Cooking what we have. You're drawing the squirrels.
Where?
He's smelling the food. He says, "I know there's something here."
Yeah, well, he doesn't get any. So now I'm just going to simmer that for a few minutes, and that'll be done.
Then we get to eat. Lunchtime.
Want to lick the spoon?
Love to.
So this quinoa,
wow.
This quinoa goes in the freezer chest, ice chest, and that's for later.
Okay.
That's awesome. By the way, it cooks so much faster when you've pre-soaked it.
So it took you like what, maybe 5 minutes?
Maybe 10 from starting the whole thing.
Okay.
But yeah, pretty cool.
Cooked and done, ready to go. Okay. In the ice chest it goes, and we're going to eat in a little while.
Well, yeah, and this meal will look very bland to you. Because it is.
But it tastes great.
All right, I'm going to dish some up. Very bland. But super nutritious.
I'm looking forward to it.
Eat hearty. So we're just going to film a whole bunch of our meals and let them see.
Ready for this to go off?
For breakfast we had bacon, pancakes, eggs. It was amazing.
Forks are
Right here.
This is the campground.
Pretty incredible. Silly boy, silly boy. We are learning to play, aren't we?
No, we're remembering.
We're remembering to play.
Okay, there's Lake Tahoe in the sunshine.
Yep, looking through the burnt trees. So
Look
this
at the
was
different color water over there where it was more shallow.
Oh my
it's
word.
More aqua green.
so gorgeous. Can you even describe this?
Yeah, gorgeous. I have pine pitch on my hand. I smell
You must have been in the pine.
Must have been. Should have given him a cookie. He looks like the kind of guy who loves to eat cookies.
When you give a flagman a cookie, look at all the boats. That one's a huge boat out there. I think we'll take these off while we're just standing here.
Okay.
Nobody else is here.
Around. Okay.
Hi, I'm Rinda.
And I'm Jim, and we're Heartiness Approach. Can you believe that?
And we're at Tahoe. And it's breathtaking.
This is Emerald Bay. It's popular place.
Oh my word. We didn't think there was many people here until we came out of our campground and we're like,
They're all at Emerald Bay.
oh my word, there's too many people.
Oh, it's great.
Hence the masks. This is Jim's new hobby. I love it. He's learning photography. It's really, really great.
Hi.
Hi.
You want to listen to what happens, okay, when I do this?
Listen.
Let me back off just a little. Too close.
Whoa.
I don't know if that does any good, but it gives me lots of, I can pick and choose if one of them's better.
Cool. See? One beam.
As you remember, because you just saw it in this same video a few moments ago, our lunch was bland colored. We're improving that for our dinner tonight.
These are from our garden last year.
Okay, been
Beautiful,
frozen.
beautiful, beautiful, and
Yep.
they taste like amazing.
Ah, okay.
This is corn on the cob.
So some oranges and some yellows.
Yeah. No, I'll bring over the other.
Okay.
So why are we eating all the colors?
You need a variety of colors because the food color is an indication of the vitamins it contains.
Tonight we're really working on vitamin A. We want to eat vitamin A tonight.
Okay.
So we're having lots of colors of bell peppers, and I've got some mushrooms. I don't know if they have vitamin A, but these have colors that help.
Okay, you're gonna have that.
So we're sauteing these.
So the reds and the yellows tend to have a larger amounts of vitamin A.
And your squashes, sweet potatoes. Like tomorrow we're having sweet potato
Okay.
tacos.
Ooh.
So, and then we're having salmon, which is fish, which
Okay.
is good with vitamin A.
Okay.
And
Now, why are we wanting vitamin A?
we just decided to take one vitamin and say, what would we need to eat in order to eat all the recommended daily allowance or more of that particular vitamin?
Okay.
So today we're doing vitamin A on our camping trip.
I'm proud of us.
So as we put this together, we'll show you how beautiful it is. So we also have tomatoes, which have really good good stuff. And apricots are really good for vitamin A. I didn't know that. They're like one of the higher ones. So these were organic. We had a Whole Foods store here in Tahoe, which we don't have at home, so it was amazing. So color, color, color. See all the color we're gonna have tonight? It's gonna be a beautiful plate compared to lunch, but lunch was delicious, wasn't it?
It was superb.
Oh my word. That is a full plate.
We got color this time.
Versus lunch.
Wait a minute, we have 2 plates? We only need 1 between the 2 of us.
I know, that's a lot of food, guys. Cool. Apricots and tomatoes and salmon and peppers and carrots and corn.
Okay.
Cool. You're going to have to do it. My mouth is full.
Tonight we're having hamburger soup. We didn't want something as heavy as hamburgers. That was what was planned. So we took the hamburgers and browned it, and then we added to it some onions, some potatoes, some kale, Swiss chard,
and green beans from our garden last year.
That we brought frozen and they're thawed out.
We basically just cleaned out
with some broth. We had some broth.
Yep, we basically cleaned out the ice chests.
So it's enough soup for tonight and tomorrow night. So we've got 2 meals out of this. We're excited about this. It smells great. It's going to be a wonderful meal. And are we going to report on how zinc has gone today?
Zinc. Well, this is going to help the rest of it because it needed to be green.
So today's vitamin was zinc.
So hamburgers, apples, oranges, greens, eggs. Can't remember all of it.
One of the challenges of zinc is that although it's present in a lot of different foods, the amount of it that's present is not a lot.
Beansy beans, except beef.
So yeah, beef has a larger percentage of it. But that means you have to have a lot of, and a variety is better, so that it's coming from multiple sources. But you can't just piece on a couple of things and get the zinc that you need. And if you don't get the zinc you need,
then the vitamin A doesn't work.
And the vitamin A doesn't work, and what else doesn't work?
That's all for right now that I'm holding in my hand.
But zinc has some other important accomplishments it does for your body, and when you don't have it,
it's so many things.
At some point, this young lady is going to explain more about it. She's learning right now. It's
hard to hold it all in my head.
It's one of the main vitamins that she's studying right now. Minerals. Yeah,
I didn't know, but now I do know.
But it's very important.
Well, I think one thing it's important to tell them is that our cravings have been gone for the last 2 days.
Well, we've eaten better, and we've avoided some of the foods that we have typically eaten, at least some of. So including what we haven't been including and eliminating what we shouldn't have been eating, the combination, we're much more satiated by what we've had.
Yeah, it's like, are you hungry? No. I mean, we've had the dark chocolate bar in the freezer, ice chest the whole time. Still not open. No cravings whatsoever.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, we need to eat tonight. Okay, so let's eat something light. So that's why we decided to make this hobo stew with everything that we have in it. It's been a great day though. Jim, do you want to talk about this bike ride we just did?
That would be great.
Okay.
Hi.
This is our last full day here, but we
It's
have.
been great. My
Oh my goodness.
This is
Let's do a repeat.
yeah,
Rewind.
great time.
So what did we do this afternoon?
Great company.
Great company.
Amazing, amazing. This is a monster bike rider here.
Well, I did surprise myself, let's just say that.
Let's just say on the way back, she kept looking for the spot that was so difficult and wondering where it went.
There was a whole lot of up going there, and then we had to go down to the lake, so I'm like, no, that means we've got to come up. And I kept wondering why we were going down, and we'd already done the up, and I didn't.
Well, when we were at the very top, before we started going down, we were there resting, and some folks came by, and one of the riders kind of like,
she went,
I made it to the top kind of thing.
I'm like,
and so she's
oh,
freaking out. I'm
shoot.
going down this hill, this is going to be a killer. So she was all worried about it coming up the hill. And then we got to the top and started going down, and she kept waiting for us to get to the top.
You guys, I did have jelly legs, because the whole thing up was up the
Peach
mountain.
jelly, though. Peach jelly.
Peach jelly. Peach cobbler. You want to turn those? I
think it's
we're
time?
ready, yeah.
I think it is time. Oh, look at that. Oh, yes, they are cooking perfectly. Good.
Yeah, good
heat on
medium
the fire.
heat. We are replenishing what we did on the bike ride with good zinc and good iron. And that's what I wanted to tell you. Tonight's meal is steak. I got ribeye steak. I cut it into, you can see they're
This
good
is not
sized
steak
pieces.
we brought with us.
No.
And what she's learning about zinc and how important it is, and looking at what we've had, and then estimating how much zinc we're not getting each day. That's part
I'm
of the RDA.
We need steak tonight.
we gotta give us a kickstart here.
So we're having steak and cottage potatoes, because I had a few potatoes left, and I mixed peppers in with them. And then one other thing I learned tonight is that tomatoes absorb, I mean, of course we're all going to eat raw food, because raw food is really good for us. But, so we love raw tomatoes. But to cook the tomatoes, I already knew that they gave us a lot more nutrients that way, but they also absorb better in your body.
Yes.
So, and we're having a small corn on the cob, just a half a piece. And then we're making peach cobbler from the peaches.
We're excited about that. In our Dutch oven.
In our Dutch oven. See these beauties? We're not going to waste anything.
Yeah, they got a little warm. We're keeping them in our bear box.
Anyway, we're going to mash these because I have a really great recipe for pancakes, you guys. I need to give it to you sometimes. It's a quinoa pancake with bananas. It's incredible.
But that's not what you're making.
Nope. But because of that, I thought, why not mash the bananas? The bananas and put them in with the batter that goes over the peach cobbler.
Oh,
so it's going to
wow.
be banana peach cobbler.
Wow.
We'll see.
It don't get better than that.
All right, guys, this is our closing meal. Look at that. We hope that we've given you some great ideas for camp food. This morning for breakfast, we didn't show it. We had BLTs, so we toasted our bread on the grill and cooked the last of our bacon. We had fresh tomatoes and lettuce, and it was amazing, wasn't it, Jim?
It was great. It was a good
just
breakfast.
all different ideas. We have eaten like kings here. And queens. I guess I'm a queen. Peaches. And I need to thicken it, because I always thicken it with a cornstarch or flour. I'll put a little cinnamon in it, and I'm going to drizzle just a little maple syrup in it. Once it's thick enough, then we'll put it in the Dutch oven. It is not nearly enough, but Jim says I can't make double batch because there's only 2 of us.
Hey.
Hi, camera. Ooh. You know, Jim, you can put the camera down and get in front of it. See, it's all bubbly. It's ready to put in. It's nice and thick. Looks like a pie filling. That's what I wanted. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put this minuscule amount in this humongous pan.
We have a liner in this pan, which helps us at cleaning time.
So I'm only gonna put it on one side, and maybe that will help. Cool. So what we ended up doing is taking the batter that had all the banana in it and the batter that was the top, and putting it on the other side of the cobbler so we can make banana bread. And that way we can have that for tomorrow morning. There it is. We'll see if it comes out. The cobbler side. Oh, I just smoked up my camera lens. This is the cobbler side and this is the banana bread side.
Very good. It's good.
We thought we would close out this evening by talking about this amazing time that we've had here. We've done bike rides. We've done lots of walks. We didn't see the bear that somebody else did.
Yeah.
We dipped our feet. I dipped my feet in the water. I stood in the water. It was really quite a while. And geese came in with me. They knew I liked geese. We got wind. What else have we done?
Well, we did have a few moments today where we said, oh, this is the last day. This is so bad.
Mm-mm.
We started that
I didn't
way.
say bad.
What'd you say?
I said I feel so... Maybe I did say. I feel bad. This is the last day. And he immediately came back and said...
It's not... We had a great time. I mean, everything has to come to an end.
I know.
And you can't bemoan the end. You've got to... If you've pulled everything out of it, you can. If you had a wonderful experience, then the end is not the problem.
So we have a net house over here where you can we have 2 lounge chairs in there. And every afternoon we've just sat in there and read and slept and napped and talked. It's just been amazing to sit and just have not any expectations whatsoever. It's wonderful.
Yep.
We highly recommend it. And we're going to go away once a month for a weekend. We won't be going this far. There's some beautiful places up in Lamoille Canyon and closer.
Closer.
Well, not closer than that. That's pretty close. But closer than this. We have loved it. It's an amazing place. This morning we drove around the entire lake.
Well, we've always wanted to do that.
Right?
And now, she read that it was like a 3.5 hour trip, so we said, okay. It wasn't.
It was 2 hours, and we stopped a little.
Yeah.
And we didn't speed. In fact, we pulled over for everybody else to go behind us constantly. And we wore our masks. We were very good.
Yes.
So, anyway, it was very good for us.
It was time well spent. We've relaxed. We've continued to look at what we're doing, what we're planning, how we're feeling, and what our typical reactions are to circumstances, and started working on those which are not beneficial to us. The faulty thinking, where we're thinking incorrectly and
false moods.
False moods, yes.
We are putting a rhythm into our life. We'll talk about that probably on another video.
We do a lot of things, but What we've realized is it needs to be in a rhythm, not that you're doing them every so often. The sun comes up every day, goes down every day. There's a rhythm to the seasons. Our world, our lives are about rhythms, and really it makes sense that we live our lives that way. More about that another time.
So we've read to each other every evening. This is one of our favorite books called The Longevity Plan by Dr. John D. Day. He's a cardiologist out of Salt Lake. Reading together, reading alone, walking, thinking, praying, biking. It's been amazing.
It's been a good experience.
So that's our report. Tomorrow we'll leave by noon.
From the shores, not from Lake Woebegone, but from the shores of Falling Leaf Reservoir.
Falling Leaf Lake.
Falling Leaf Lake. It's not a reservoir, it's a lake. Big lake, mountain lake.
So we have Falling Leaf Lake on the south end of our campground and Lake Tahoe on the north end of our campground.
Yeah.
And we've walked to both.
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's kind of cool.
I mean,
place.
it's a long walk, but we walked to both. It's not a long walk. It's a good walk.
It's a good walk.
All right. Thanks, guys.